what are the Phillies up to? First off, thank you for coming in today. There's a lot of stuff going on that you could be doing, and I appreciate you being here to watch us replay this 1982 alternate history series with Ryne Sandberg and Julio Franco, we should mention, staying in Philadelphia as we try to get back to the World Series and build a dynasty out of these early 80s Phillies. So where should we start? May is complete. We are headed into June. Tonight we will start this Cubs series. But right now let's look at this calendar. Like I said, it's now June. We're flipping the calendar to June. We start with a series against the Cubs. We'll host them. Let's go back and look at May to set the scene. For the month, 20-9, an outstanding May. The Phillies were 11-5 in April, so off to an outstanding start. We've won 8 of our last 10 games. Looking at team batting stats right here in the middle. Batting average, on-base percentage, slugging percentage, on-base plus slugging, WAR, all the way down, runs scored, extra base hits, home runs, all those categories, we lead the National League. So the team has been swinging the bats in May. 4th in strikeouts, 12th in stolen bases. Now that stat is a little deceiving because Lonnie Smith has done a great job. He's got 23 of his 25 stolen bases, I believe. We haven't been running much because we've been swinging the bats well. So if Jack Clark, who's hitting over 300 and 11 home runs, is at the plate, Lonnie Smith is not running. We're not going to run out of a rally when we've got Schmidt and we've got Jack Clark. Pitching-wise, on the other hand, it's been a little different story. It's a solid pitching staff that is struggling right now for sure. 10th in the National League in overall ERA. The starters are 11th, 4.09. And just bear in mind, it's 1982, so these numbers aren't going to compare exactly to modern numbers. They scored less runs then, so a 4.09 ERA is a little steeper than it might seem today. 3.13 in the bullpen is 7th. 10th in runs scored. Hits allowed 10th. I mean, you look down through this, batting average on balls in play 11th. We're 5 games up on the Atlanta Braves. Although the Atlanta Braves have been playing better baseball, they are 3 games up on the wild card. Again, we're just starting June, so it's a long way to go. But 31-14 is a great start. So this is our first look at our 1982 Phillies minor league spotlight. We're going to start at Oklahoma City. The 89ers are 29-17. They are first in the Western Division, and a big reason for that is that guy at the top of the lineup, Juan Samuel. Samuel playing center field and leading off. 283, 11 home runs, 24 RBIs. There you can see his overall numbers and his potential. Great speed, great base running. Gonna steal some bags. Is he a center fielder in the major leagues? Maybe, maybe not. But we're going to keep him in center field until he gets a little more along in the process. We'll give him a chance to become a good center fielder. And if he's lacking, or if the team can do it, he will be an excellent left fielder and a very good right fielder. So future's bright for Juan Samuel. Let's take a look at the team. Start with the lineups. Got this set. This is for the month of May. Jack Clark, who was our big free agency signing in the offseason, is just exceeding expectations. 309 batting average, 391 on base percentage. 1.5 is his WAR at this point. He hit 8 home runs in May. He has 11 overall. But in May, 8 homers, 21 RBIs. Lonnie Smith started out a little slow. 359, 414 on base percentage in May. He scored 25 runs. He drove in 17 from the leadoff spot. He's got 5 triples in May. Gary Maddox, 288, lower on base percentage, 319. But he is a guy that plays an excellent center field. He gets on base. He can run a little bit, makes solid contact. On base percentage is a bit of a weakness for him for sure, but solid player nonetheless. Dick Davis off the bench. You look and you say, oh, a bench player is hitting 500. He's 11 for 22 in May. And he has hit 3 home runs, drove in 11 runs. He and Vukovic were very nearly a platoon in left field as Lonnie Smith was going to play right, until we realized that Jack Clark was still hanging around in free agency and we had a shot at signing him. So made a late run. Boa, the veteran shortstop, we gave him an extension. He's another player that around this time historically left the Phillies. 261. On base percentage, 296. Not the greatest. We want Larry down in the bottom, towards the bottom of the lineup. He's any offense we get from him, play solid defense, give us something 7 or 8 in the lineup. Any offense we get is a bonus from him at that point. Mike Schmidt. Schmidt having a tough time in the month of May. 221. He did have a 375 on base percentage though, so he's still getting walks. There's folks pitching around him. He's got Jack Clark in front of him, and he is doing a massive job protecting Clark. But Milt May got hurt, our left-handed bat and our original starting catcher for the season. He is out, I think, 5 more weeks. We'll look at that in a moment. But it was it's a tough one because Keith Moreland now taking over every day offensively. I'll show you his numbers in a second, but he's doing all right. But we're lacking a left-handed bat. Juan Sandberg there, 309, 374 on base percentage. Hit a couple home runs, 3 to be exact. That's as many as Schmidt hit in May. Drove in more runs than Schmidt. He knocked in 12. He can run a little bit, although when he's hitting second, we don't run him a lot because of the fact, like I said earlier, Jack Clark and Mike Schmidt do up. Why run yourself out of a potential rally? Overall, there you see he is coming around, and he's got up to 50 overall, which is an improvement. Solidified his numbers at second base. Not a great arm, which is why he's not a third baseman. Plus, we have Mike Schmidt. We want to get that power developed a little bit more. And once this power starts to develop a little more, then I think we're going to see him take off. And our lineup should be very, very good at that point. So Ryne staying in Philly. He's the #1 prospect in baseball right now. This again, we're looking at May. Larry Christensen led the team in innings pitched, 3.76 ERA. But here you see our starters at the top here. And you can see one of the big problems we had. Dick Ruffin, 4.81 earned run average. Marty Bystrom, 5.35. Even Lefty, a 3.93 earned run average in May. And Pascual Perez, who was, we hope, turns into a big free agency signing in the offseason. This is a 25-year-old Pascual Perez now. So he is a developing pitcher, but, it's a sandbox, so there's no saying for sure what any of these players will become. In the bullpen, to see, these are overall numbers, and to show you the trend a little bit better. McGraw, 1.23, he's got 11 saves. It's amazing a team that has 31 wins. Their closer only has 11 saves. Ed Farmer came in to replace Ron Reed. He's our right-handed setup guy. 4.85 on the season. He has 2 saves. He's been effective overall. Been a good signing. Joe Price, lefty that we got for Pete Rose, 1.38 ERA and 13 innings pitched. Guy Hoffman is a Rule 5 pickup, a 1.17 ERA. He's been really good for us. He's got to stay with us all season or he goes back. So far, he is sticking and doing a great job. Larry Anderson, 3.38 overall. He has been up and down at times. He's had his struggles, but overall good numbers. Dickie Knowles, 5.30. It's been an adventure with Dickie Knowles, as it has been overall with Warren Brewster. Although 4.02 or ERA is not that bad, but Warren Brewster has had his ups and downs as well. So here's a look at the overall Major League standings as we start June. Start with the AL East with the Yankees on a 3-game losing streak. They have won 2 of their last 10. Toronto, 2 games back, they've lost 3 in a row. Baltimore 2 games back. Cleveland under 500. Boston under 500. Seattle in first by 3 over Oakland. Texas 1 game over, just 4 games back. So still anybody's division in the West. In the AL Central, Detroit 2 games over Kansas City. Kansas City on a run though, 3 wins, 8-2 in the last 10. Milwaukee 20-25. Minnesota and Chicago 18-27, 11 games back. That puts Kansas City in the top spot for the wild card, followed by Toronto. As we stand today, we'll look at the NL East again. Phillies 31-14, best team in baseball right now by record, 8-2 over the last 10. Atlanta 26-19, 5 back. Montreal a game under, they are 9 back there. You see the Mets 21-24. Houston 27-18, leading the West, 6 games over the Padres, 7 games over the Giants. Cincinnati a game up on St. Louis in the Central. Pirates are 19-26, but they are only 5 games out. All right, here we go. We start the month of June. Steve Carlton against Rick Wise. And here we go with the first pitch. That ball is smashed into center field. Going back, Maddox runs it down. That is 1 away. All right, Maddox, 281, 4 homers, 22 RBIs. Rick Wise, we didn't say, but he's got a 5.73 earned run average as he stands in. It's a fly ball hit pretty well to right field, and it's going back. That's going to get out of here and into the bullpen. Gary Maddox makes it 1-0. Well, that's what Maddox can do for you. Like I said earlier, he's not a great on-base percentage guy. He'll hit one out every now and then. He can make some contact, do things like that. 285, 5 homers is nothing to sneeze at in center field. Pitch on the way. There's lefty with a base hit into left field. Hard turn at second base. Don't do it, man. Here's your 1-1 pitch. Line drive. That's a base hit into center field. Boa's going to come around third and score. RBI single for Sandberg. 2-0 Phillies. Carlton to second. 1 for 1. Hits it past the first baseman into right field. Good call in the previous play. That will score Carlton. That will score, was that Sandberg, I believe. 2-run single. It's 4-0 Phillies. 36 RBIs for Jack Clark. Makes the count 2-2. Line drive. Boa can't get to it. It's in the left field. Up with it is Davis. His throw will hold the runner at third. So we'll have runners on the corners. 1 out. Carlton against Jody Davis. Runners on the corners with 1 out. Line drive. That's going to drop. That's going to score a run. Cubs on the board. Ball gets past Dick Davis. Fortunate for him, they did not keep running. All right, big at bat here. Bill Allman, runners on second and third, 1 out. Be a great time for a Carlton strikeout. Back up the middle, base hit. That could score 2. We have ourselves a ball game again. 4-3. Throw goes home, but not in time. Dan Roan steps in, 0 for 1. Line drive into left. That's going to drop. Diving play made by Clark. Can't make the catch. It's a 4-4 ball game. Call that a double. Jack Clark to the plate. Clark is 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Man, we could use some heroics on this 3-2 pitch. Line drive into the right center field gap. It's going to get to the wall. Clark is in the second with a double. Davis is in the third. They're going to send him to the plate. Throw behind Clark. He is. Clark is safe at third. I didn't see any indication in those close plays. You can't just assume. So Jack Clark continues to be the offensive MVP of this team. So Lee Smith now finds himself trailing 5-4. Clark on third, nobody out. 3-0 pitch to Schmidt. Line drive the other way. That's getting into right field. Clark will score. Give Schmidt an RBI single. All right, Tug McGraw into the game. He's 1-0. 1.23 ERA, 14 2/3, 11 hits, 11 strikeouts. Team with 31 wins. He's only got 11 saves. Looks like the Cubbies rested a bunch of guys. Gone up against Carlton. McGraw walks Buckner. Oh boy, here we go. 2 men on. Nobody out. Top of the lineup now. Cohens, Henderson, and Stein. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball past Schmidt down into the left field corner. That's going to score at least one. A double. 6-5 ball game. Pitch on the way. Line drive. Base hit into left field. That's going to tie the ball game. They'll hold the runner at third. 6-6 now. Sloppy defense sets this thing up. And now Bill Stein, best bat in the lineup, face the lefty. Pitch from McGraw. Line drive past the drawn-in infield. 7-6. They'll bring Boa to the plate. 1 for 4. Vukovic on deck. This is a 1-2 pitch, I believe. Fly ball into center field. Makes the sliding catch to save the ball game. If that hits the ground, the Phillies tie the game. Boa gave it a good shot. Well played in center field. Cubs hang on to win 7-6. Phillies jump out 4-0 in the second. You got Carlton on the mound, and you're thinking, all right, we could ride that. Carlton could win that game off of 4 runs in the second. Big 4th inning off of Carlton. Ties the game. Phillies again take the lead 6-4. Get to the 9th inning. Defense. 2 errors today for both teams. 3 runs in the 9th. Let's take a look at the pitching line. 3 runs are allowed by McGraw, 2 earned. The error by Schmidt. Offensively, the Cubs 7 runs, 13 hits in this game. Jody Davis, 3 for 3. The Cubbies actually gave some guys time off and get the win. So it worked out great for them. Sandberg 3 for 5. Jack Clark 3 for 5. Schmidt 3 for 5. Clark had 3 RBIs. Game we should have won. Let one get away here. Jody Davis is your player of the game.